Okay, good morning. I was gonna go to yoga, but I kept feeling like you're not going to yoga. And I'm like, why aren't I going to yoga? And I came into the studio and it hit me why I'm not going to yoga. I have been in here receiving inspiration for where things should go, how I should keep them. And when I got these drawers, I was like very aware. It happened really quick. They were very filthy. We had to place them. They're in modules and it's tricky. This top shelf is very tricky. And originally I had another set of shelves on top and I'm like, that just feels top heavy and I won't be able to use the surface space on top, which is important. But deep down, I knew that that top row, so it ends, this is one row here, and these are on top. And I knew that if I didn't, I knew that if I didn't have the top row there, that I would be able to easily swivel around and get my things, keep my pencils and things within reaching distance. When I'm sitting at my chair, I really can't reach up there. I have to get up. So it hit me this morning why I'm not going to yoga, because this morning I'm going to put the top row of shelves here. I just measured 92 inches. It will fit there. It'll have a little room on either side. It's not going to look super tight, but I'm going to take these, I'm going to take all of that off, and then I have to take all of the things off up there. Then I have to take each drawer out, and then I think I'll be able to lift it. The tricky part is that the drawers are on wooden baseboards that have to be placed correctly. I may need help for this, which Josephine is coming to clean the house today, so I can ask her to help me properly place, because the proper placement of them over here is the tricky part. The hard work is just moving everything and finding a place for it, and then it's a whole big job. I'm like, oh, thank you, message that I got. I got the message, because for workflow, and now that I know this and I really know it, it's going to bother me, but for workflow, to be able to reach items, because I do mixed media. I don't just say, okay, it's time to do a watercolor. I do watercolor, color. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. Oh, that's horrible. There's a horrible spider. Do you see it? Oh my God. I'm whispering because I don't want to like startle it, because I'm going to need to capture it and let it outside, and that's massive. Oh my God. I'm going to show you. I use the zoom so I don't have to go closer. That's so messed up. I think they're called wolf spiders. Oh my God. Okay. I'm whispering and I'm barely moving. I'm just paralyzed watching this thing. What the heck? Am I supposed to spray it? I don't like killing things, but I don't want it in here. And if I try to capture it with a glass and a piece of paper, it could crawl away into I don't know. This is so messed up. It's like, it's too big. It looks too juicy. I don't want to kill it. I definitely don't want to capture it. I'm kind of stuck. I'm paralyzed. Okay, you guys. My friend told me it's a huntsman spider, and the symbolism is all about your intuition, and it's increasing rapidly, which I was saying since I gave up caffeine. So now I'm going to capture it. This is so messed up. It's like big bodied and hairy with shoes. I don't know if I can do it. I gotta do it. This is not big enough. Oh. Ugh. Is it big enough? Wow, that's a big spider. Oh, it's so big, you guys. I did it. That's so messed up. But I did it. Okay, she's going outside. I'm very proud. So proud. Let me shut the camera. Oh, okay. I did it. It's raining out, but I walked her across the street in the trees. She's in nature. Ooh, ooh, chilly. Okay, so that gave me creepy vibes, but my friend Terry messaged that it's a huntsman spider, and they don't weave webs, but they're all about intuition. And I keep saying, like, I keep getting clearer and clearer and getting messages. Like, I got the message this morning. The whole point of of doing what I'm doing is for ease of creation. Spiders weave webs, but that kind doesn't weave a web. But it's about intuition and messages, and they're coming strong. So that means that I am, in fact, supposed to listen to my intuition, to not go to yoga, and to, in fact, start the process of really honoring my intuition, which when I got these drawers, I was like, I shouldn't put those there because I won't be able to put things to use on top. This is a big job. This is a big job, you guys. Like, this is going to be, but by the time Josephina gets here later, I will have started and she can help me move the heavy cabinets. So I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Thank you, Spider. Whew, I feel much better. It was just like it was like a showdown. I couldn't do anything else. I was like, I can't do anything else until that spider is not here. So it's gone. Yay. I did it. Here I am multitasking. I'm cooking steak, a ribeye, and I'm baking little clay things that we made. Okay, so I cut up the ribeye, and so I have it to eat. I have these pots that I made with a friend. We were out to dinner and I brought clay and he made that and a little Sedona bear. And so I baked it. And now I'm making a warm drink with egg yolk, the egg shell for calcium, the protein powder from Paleo Valley Salty Caramel. I put in silica, removes aluminum from your brain. I put in, what else did I put in? Oh, the MSM from Happy Body, sulfur and MSM. And I also put in Paul Saladino's Lineage it's creatine, and so that's in. And then I'm going to take my potassium bicarbonate and my Elite EPA Carlson Elite EPA, and the potassium bicarbonate is by Pure, and that's what I got. And I'll have electrolytes later, and I'll have some of these 4 salts later in my water with some monk fruit. And then I will also drink my magnesium bicarbonate soda that I make with this Pristine Hydrate electrolyte balance. That's what I'm going to do. I make a great soda with monk fruit, vanilla monk fruit, and it's so refreshing. Actually, I'm going to make some now after I make my warm drink and put it in a thermos, so I'll be prepared for the day. And then later I'll make dinner. But I'm psyching myself up to go move stuff in the studio. My intuition was to move stuff and not go to yoga. And then I saw the spider, and Terry messaged me that it was all about, your intuition coming in strong. It's like a spiritual, energetic upgrade. And instead of smashing the spider, Terry was like, that would be like murdering your messenger. Like, she was a beautiful messenger that showed up, that my intuition is spot on, and that I can, in fact, do this myself. I can do it. I can do anything. After I did that, I was like, I can do anything. So back into the studio after I make my drinks, and we'll meet up there. Oh, so I'm going to heat up this drink that I blended in here because there's egg shell and egg, but you don't want to heat it up too much because you cook the egg. So it's just going to be a warm drink that I'm going to have this morning. It's a rainy day, and it's a perfect day to do this massive job that I'm about to do. It's a lot. I was hesitating because I'm like, oh, this is a lot. I could just go move my body outside. And the answer was no, you're going to really do it. You're going to do it. I will probably time lapse the ordeal. I'm going to make it fun. I'm going to play music. Remember, we get to do this. We get to create spaces that suit who we are now. Okay, so the plan now, I had the whole thing. I'm so excited with what I made this morning. I'm on fire. That's what Carney does, and no caffeine. This is no caffeine. So exciting. I have the original hot drink I made this morning, which I'm going to finish. And then I have my eggshelly drink. So what has to happen is I have to have a clear pathway. But first, I probably need to, I'm deciding what first. So I'll probably move all of that off. But that's really, I have to move all that off up there. And I guess I'm just going to start. I guess I'll clear the space. I want to put the things. And then I don't even know if I can lift. I can lift these pieces if I take out the drawers. And the tricky part, let me show you, because it'll help me to talk it out. So the tricky part is, you can see here, this is the bottom of this piece, like this piece here, and then under it are wood boards that are just kind of, they're separate. So the wood boards have to be placed over here, and then I have to take out the drawers and lift the container part. I think I could do it. You can see it's not really, these are really well made, but like you could tell somebody made them, like, and all the drawers are interchangeable. It's kind of amazing. Like, I'm going to find dirt. I might find spiders. I'm going to be wiping things down, cleaning out the drawers. Cause when this all came, everything was in his house, in his basement for like years and years. And they were never cleaned. So I did the best I could when they came, and I cleaned them, but I'm going to give them another wipe down. And believe me, it's going to be a little dirty. I'm going to use my white green clouds. Remember those? So my intention actually, I have to think about this, this is one section, and then this is another section that ends here. I'm going to leave this section here because it won't fit in the other place. And this is also not where I sit, so I don't have to turn around, and it's not obstructing. This is going to be so nice right on here to put all this stuff or anything I want to be using as I'm sitting at my desk, if that makes sense. So, all right, I just talked it out. Thank you for listening. I'm going to empty this surface. I'm going to empty that surface, and then I will take out the drawers so I can lift. Here we go. Okay, cleaned off, but not clean. I'm going to give it a good wipe, the wall, the whole area, and then we'll empty those drawers. I got my white green cloth. This one's dirty, but it's not dirty. I've washed it out, but I used it yesterday in here, but these are the white green cloths. You can get them on Amazon. Wet it, wring it, wipe any surface, kiss your glass cleaner, chemicals, and paper towels goodbye. I don't use any sprays. You can clean the floor, your computer, your dashboard, your surfaces. Especially, it's so great. It picks up everything, and it's so great to clean things that would be hard to spray, like the arm of a lamp or the frame of a mirror, or I don't know. So it's really, really, really one of my favorite things. One of my favorite finds. It's so satisfying to see the dirt. It picks up dirt that the dirt didn't even know it was there. So dirty. I'm going to get a clean one to wipe the wall. A white one. Wow. This is a garage, you know. I remind myself it's a garage. And now that it's going to be organized and less cluttered, it's going to be much easier to clean. I hope. And less spiders. That was crazy. That was like, I was paralyzed just watching it, and I was like, it's juicy, it's hairy. And I definitely would never smash it with the shoe. And I would never want to kill it. I didn't want to spray it. And I was messaging Terry, and she was like, you gotta capture it. I was like, I know, I do. But you guys, we did it. Okay. Dirty, dirty. So I'm gonna go wet this new one to wipe the wall. Yeah, I see some cobwebby things, and I'm gonna wipe under there. I know everything needs a wipe. It's good. This is good. We're doing it. So I'm not sure if I said it, but these are not disposable. They go in the washing machine. You just don't put them in the dryer. And there's some that after you clean floors or really dirty things, they'll appear dirty after you wash them, but they're fine. So don't throw them away. Use them for floors and dirty things. And I need a step stool. I always have essential oils on hand. And I put rosemary essential oil in this atomizer with rubbing alcohol. It's so beautiful. And you certainly could use some on your situation. It's so refreshing and uplifting. Okay, that one, no. This one, yes. I'm going to wipe under the cabinet with the dirty one. Okay, let's see if no, more dirt. Wow, that's crazy. You're gonna love it if you get one of these, or a bunch of them. I have a bunch. I've given them away as gifts. They're very exciting. Okay, wipe the cobwebs. see. See, I didn't need to go to the gym. I didn't need to do yoga. Cleaning is exercise. Okay, I'm kind of stuck. First of all, really dirty, like really, really dirty. So I'm glad I'm doing this. And behind there, this thing is so heavy and bulky. I don't know how we're going to clean behind there, but we're going to clean behind there. But anyway, the one board, you see that board that's back there, that one little stabilizer board? It goes under. I remember there were really 3 people who set this up. There were 4 people here, 5 people, including me, the day this all happened, in the rain, across the street. These, if you didn't catch it from last time, these drawers were across the street at this man's house. He must have been 80, 90 probably years old. And when he went to go live with his kids in California, a friend of mine took me inside, and he was doing work on the house. And I saw these drawers, and I was like, oh my God, I would love those drawers. When Vic, the old man, he's an artist, he did oil painting, and he had the signs on some of these drawers were like grommets and fishing lures and lots of X-Acto knives and he did a lot of charcoal drawing and landscapes and fighter pilot planes. And anyway, I was like, those drawers. So when he died, his stuff went up for auction, and I got some of the stuff on auction, but then I told them, I'm like, they were like, you could just buy the drawers. So I bought them, and the day they were bringing them over on dollies in the rain, up their hill in the rain, up my driveway in the rain, and they came in with all these, so I had to quickly decide where they were being placed, quickly wash them, did the best I could. I didn't get the insides of the drawer sliders anyway, so when they set it up, I was like, oh my God, thank God. But since then, it's been a couple years, it's gotten dirtier under there, and I may need help placing. It's possible. Actually, no. Actually, I'm going to slip it out. Let's do it. I'm going to slip it out from underneath, and it's not that long. It's just going to get a little wobbly. No, what I have to do is I have to take apart the second one, because I don't want it to crash down and get broken or anything. So what I have to do now is take those drawers out, put them over there, lift apart the Formica top, lift off that piece, and then I can get the board. That's the plan. Haste makes waste. It's just a little bit of bar underneath that second one, but it will be uneven and maybe compromise it. So here we go. Okay, so ew, and yay. I have to do more. I'm gonna get a bucket of water. You could put a little soap in if you wanted to, and I'm gonna see if that thing is too heavy for me to lift, because the Formica piece on that one, the top, is attached. On the other one, I got to separate the weight. Let's see if I can do it, but I want to be prepared with a lot of wipes. There's a lot of dirt. And then I'll set the 2 bars over there. The 4, it's a little complicated, but I could do it. I could do it. Let's see how strong I am. Okay, I'm gonna try and lift it now. Okay, so what I just realized is the boards, I knew when we placed those boards underneath the cabinets, it was because there's a lip in front, and the bottom drawers wouldn't open unless they were lifted. But now it's going on a flat surface with no lip, so I may not, in fact, need those bottom things unless I wanted them lifted, which I don't think I need. So let's try it without it. That'll make it a lot easier for me, a lot less tricky placement. Okay, you guys, this is so satisfying. I don't need the bottom bars, which makes it look cleaner, nicer. I just had this thought, like, obviously I have a lot of drawers, which portends the notion, the idea that my stuff really shouldn't all be out on the counters or on my desk because I have the drawers to put them away in. If every space is different, you could be creating a studio space in the tiniest place, but you could have a lot of walls, and then you might do a grid system with hanging IKEA holders on the wall, and then just taking off what you need. So everything, I realize this is an extraordinary gift to be able to have all these drawers. And if you don't, there's other ways to do organization. But for me, since I have the drawers, the things have to go in the drawers, and they have to be clearly labeled so I'm not playing a memory game. And I told myself, like, I was like, should I do this? When these drawers got set up, the suggestion was, and we tried it, to have all the drawers, even the ones over here. I'll show the whole studio, but to have everything, and we put them all up, and I felt like it was not good feng shui because it felt like towering above me. It felt oppressive. So then I took off the top layer and I put them over here, and that's a great thing going on. So there were just drawers all the way around. However, I also suggested, I shouldn't have the layer of drawers on top of this because I want to access that surface space. And I was told by someone there, one of the people helping me, they're like, no, it needs to go there. And so I went, okay. So all this time, I inherently knew that it should be open and free space so that the materials that I'm working with can be out and I could just reach and grab them. That's the point of this. Plus, I told myself this morning, after the spider fiasco, I was like, well, if you don't like it, you could change it back. Like, it's okay. Sometimes it just helps to move things. And one of the best things is not buying things, it's removing things. Like, that frame is bothering me in the corner, the stuff shoved in the corners. I don't like things shoved in the corners, so it either has to be used, I have to stretch a canvas, or go in the shed, or bye-bye. So lately, what I've been doing is removal of things so that it doesn't feel so cluttered. I'm creating a bigger space. So this is going to be really exciting because this is actually how I wanted it. Here we go. I don't know if I can lift. That's very heavy, but I'm going to do my best. I first wanted to test to see if the drawers would open, and they do. They open beautifully. So I don't need the bottom things. It's great. I don't know where I'm going to put my pads of paper. I might have to reduce. Some might go, the baskets might go up here. I had probably a room with the depth above there to put the baskets and some art supplies that I'm working on. We'll see. I could always empty more out of these bigger cabinets and put pads back in there and only keep out like a watercolor, a mixed media. They all don't have to be out. So we'll see. It's a work in progress. Okay. I tried, but the back end. It was heavy. It was heavy. It is heavy, and I don't need to hurt myself. So I can probably put it on the floor and then clean all of this and start organizing that and wait for help to arrive to put it over there. It's too much. So that's good to know. I have plenty of other stuff to do. Thinning out the paper that will be out, thinning out the cabinets to put the paper there, plenty to do, and I can clean the whole area and start placing things. Maybe I'll put the paper there for now. Oh, yeah. We're talking dirty, you guys. We're talking dirty and moving energy, and if nothing else, I will have more surface space to keep things and less dirt and free the chi, free chi. Okay, you guys, Josephina is always like, what are you doing, Dora? She calls me Dora, and she's going to be like, she calls me a tornado, and she's about to see what I'm up to. Let's film her walking up. I mean, this is what I'm up to. Everything is just out and out. And I found some things I didn't want to find. A couple rat poops. It's behind here, which now I can get to and vacuum. I've never seen a mouse rat here, but it's going to be nice to be clean. This is a lot, you guys. Oh, I started a lot. I'm glad she's here because she could help me move that over there. I'm cleaning out the corner there. I'm going to take out my tripods. I don't want anything on the floor because I want it to be easy to clean. I think that was Josephina. Maybe not. It could have just been, yeah, it's early. It could have been just someone turning around in my driveway. Aw. It wasn't Josephina. I'm on my own. I still want to lift that. I want to try again. Oh my God, Dora, what happened? Dora, what happened? You always say that. Dora, what happened?
Tornado, more tornado?
I told them you were going to say that.
I know.
I just said she's going to call me a tornado. I'm making it so nice, Josephina.
Oh,
but look,
Dora.
come here. I need your help. We need to move that thing over here. Okay. And then we need to get out the vacuum because I found stuff behind here.
On the vacuum? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. I'm so happy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I'm up to it. I'm doing it. It's funny, right?
I know. For now.
For now.
Yeah.
Hello, Josephina.
Hi.
Look how good, you guys. I had to lower the volume because we were jamming out to music all over the house. I can't wait to show you guys what happened at the end. It's just amazing what transpired today. Thank goodness for Josephina. And I filmed the hail, and I don't know what happened to the footage. There was bouncing ice throughout the day. It was wild and great and cold and icy and fresh start. It's amazing. I found things that I hadn't touched in a while. Tote bags, aprons. I love to paint doobies on these things, and they were in a big duffel, and then I was wearing everything, apparently. I don't know. I was having fun. I did have fun. Some outfit changes, and I hope at the end of this video I did show you what it looked like at the end, but if not, believe me, I'll give you a tour, but it's all cleaned up. And that's amazing. In one day, from like 8 in the morning till I don't know what time at night, really just late. Well, I'm still at it because I'm making this video. I'm editing. I want to post it so it doesn't get backlogged. I found a lot of frames, some new frames and a vintage frame. I like to buy vintage frames to put art in. They don't make them like they used to. I had already cleaned out these cabinets, by the way. They were cleaned as far as I knew, but I went further than any me has gone before. I see what I'm doing. I took all of that out. All of that comes out, and that section I'm working on ends up being journals. And yeah, I like how it's organized now. This is slow motion. No, this is real time. It didn't go as fast as those fast clips. all day long, you guys. All day long. I did release 2 boxes of stuff to go to Josephina. She loves my stuff, kids. These are great. These are from IKEA, and they clip on the edges of my little Michael's arts and crafts cart or my IKEA carts, the rolling carts. And yeah, I'm having some fun. I was making her laugh because I was all dressed up and dancing. But she went back in to clean the house, and I was left to my own devices. She checked on me, and I got scared. The door was shut, and she's like, "You, how are you doing?" I got startled. It was intense, 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 intense. But I'm so happy I did it. In that little pink box to the left, I opened it, and it's got teeny little minutia, little figurines I collected throughout the years. We're talking years and years and years with my mom and Jada, and I have so many little micro minutia on the other desk. I'm going to lay it all out and finally create the project that I've been longing to do for years and years. So it's going to get exciting as far as creation. There were doobies on the hat. They still need to be finished, so I ended up putting it back on, but then it ended up going back in the cabinet. There's my doobies. This is perfect. Well, this is not perfect. This is a lot to go through. A lot. This is for real. But it's raining and kind of hailing. I just saw it bouncing off Banny B. Perfect day to do this. When I was little and I first saw this, it looked like ice cubes. Just little ice cubes falling from the sky. You see them? Wow, they're bouncing. I just love that. Okay, what I do sometimes when it's overwhelming and I'm like, oh, should I get rid of this? Should I get rid of that? I get my pendulum and I ask, should I get rid of that? And it just says yes or no. Circle is yes. Back and forth is a no. This was Samantha Baker and her son sent me little stones that they tumbled, and that's what this pendulum is. Okay, this is funny. The pads of paper are going back in the cabinets, but this time they're since I moved them out, they are designated water pads, marker pads, miscellaneous, and mixed media. And you guys, it's just still going. It's going. It's still going. I started at like 8 this morning, had the spider incident, and I'm still all up in it around 3 in the afternoon. But it's going really, really, really well. I'm so grateful Josephina was here. She helped me for a minute do the heavy lifting. And now I'm up to, I get to do this, you guys. I get to do it. No nonsense, though. I'm not keeping anything I'm not going to be using. So that's good. I'm gifting her children some art supplies. Okay, I don't know. It's close to 5. Here I love to keep empty containers for pens, pencils, things that I'm using at the moment. Those are bins for the van that I put art supplies in. These are empty little bags for pencils and brushes, and these are all containers. So we have containers here, some frames I'd like to use. We have some of my drawing boards and a bag I like to take with me when I go. Those are old DVDs of feng shui things and pilots, and that has to be gone through when I get a hold of a CD player. These are empty journals. These are filled journals. Those are watercolor journals. There's crystals up there, some goodies, herby goodies. Then here I have blank panels to paint on. Watercolor canvases, regular acrylic canvases. Those were tops to my open spaces containers, which I think would make great little paintings. These are my little little panels. Basically the messages I better get working. Creating. I have to handle all that, and I definitely have to handle all this. And this is memorabilia. These are tons of recipes, raw food recipes. Oh my goodness. All my handwritten recipes. I have pictures I want to go through. and put them in these archival boxes and in a bin, like tied with a bow. That section over there is pretty great. Pretty great. Canvases. I can work on 2 at a time. I can put a big one up there. So I have, a lot to do still, but it's great progress. At least I know this is really fresh, really, really fresh. Down here are my miscellaneous pads. Those are notebooks. I have to label everything so I don't have to think twice. These are mediums for acrylics and sealers and varnishes for things. I have some canvases I want to work on, some that were started. These are tote bags and aprons that I can draw and paint on. That's my embroidery bag. Those are my spray paints. And yeah, marker, paper, watercolor paper. I have a lot of paper. I have a paper problem, but it's so nice. It's really nice. I'm not mad at it. That's my microphone when I used to do Zooms and make courses. I have a projector and my tripods, which I can easily grab. The drawers have to be labeled and organized, but these all moved here. Look so much better. They're just better there. And then this all has to be dealt with too. I just put everything here, which is nice because I can sit here on my biomat, swivel around and get what I need, but I do need to organize the paint markers and get everything. But I would say a couple more days, definitely 1 more day. And that's a whole project over there. That will be nighttime, listening to YouTube artists and things like that. I went through some of my brushes. Yeah, it's still going on. My meat in a bowl. But I'm making great, great progress. Like the farthest I've ever gone. The nicest, really. Okay, you guys, I'm about to shut the lights to Las Vegas, dim them. I shut half the lights and then turn the lamp lights on. Literally, I call my studio Las Vegas because, look, it's like calm and peaceful in my house. And then it's like, wah, and you don't know what time it is. You don't know what day it is. You don't know what the weather is, really. So I will shut the ones over my desk. And then we're going to have a chat. No, not those. So I found some things. I'm in the halfway house now. My laundry room is considered the halfway house because it's where I think I'm going to bring things back in the house. And then I realized, wait, I don't maybe want some of these things back in the house. Some belong and some need to be let go of. So I'm really proud. It's about 6:30. I only had one casualty. Some black ink on my shirt. This will be my painting shirt, but I feel so proud. So what's left to do is here with my memorabilia, my old recipes, photos of my daughter, things of my mom's. So those bins, the big bin, the drawer, this is empty. Those are old doobie drawings that my mom filed for me. And this is a massive box. Well, not massive, but it's a box of really, really old photographs. And this is empty. So I'm going to put everything so pretty and nice and orderly. I fixed my desk. It was wobbly. I have a couple canvases that are already painted. So I'm going to put some nail holes and cover up the ugly air conditioning unit. One day I'm going to get this black thing fixed. This is the owner, the Arlie, who had his woodworking shop in here, and I've transformed the place, believe me. But he, anyway, that's another story. But he put this tube in to suck the hot air out of the house, which is so genius, because it really works, but it's very ugly. So I could get that covered in chrome, aluminum looking silver industrial tubing. And I also need to address that corner. There needs to be drywall. I may opt to do that. But right now, I just can't wait to enjoy my studio. I am testing out brushes. I want to relieve myself of brushes that don't please me. I already sent Josephina home with a box of art supplies for her children and for her. And So I'm having fun. So I want you to know that in the middle of all of this, when things are crazy and intense, I'm not even filming, but when I get the time to do little minutia things, I get to test out my gouache paints. And when I'm testing the brushes, I get to play and make colorful art journal pages. This is so important. I'm gonna put us on a little thing. Okay, so for me, the fine tuning will be labeling things, and also deciding, since the drawers are interchangeable, do I have everything that I want here over here, and whatever I don't need here, I'll put over there, and then I will label. But it's good, I can, for mostly they're not all transferable, but all of these can be moved around. But the process has been like so cathartic. I mean, I cleaned out the corner. There's nothing in the corner over there. There were things shoved in the corner. We vacuumed, we, meaning Josephine, came in with her vacuum. She came to the rescue. Dora, you're a tornado. And then there was a storm. I was the tornado. And then there was a storm that was hail, which you saw. And now I'm just sitting here by candlelight, and I'm just appreciating everything I did. Do I look around and see, oh, I can move that? But for the most part, it's pretty good. And then I can tend to my to-dos, things that I need to do. I have a basket of papers and to-do things. But to be able to sit and just enjoy the space and feel like there's room behind me, it's not so heavy. Those were high up. And this all has to be gone through. I have ordered some little dividers for the drawers next to me so I can put the things I definitely use all the time. My favorite colors, my favorite items, I can put them right at the ready here. These are journals and books I like to grab. Different kinds of paper, watercolor paper. There's 2 of those, so I don't need that. But I want to finish this panel I was working on. And I'm gonna have the acrylic paint marker section over there, so she can go over there. And I have so many fun sketchbooks and things to show you guys my favorites. As you saw, I have a lot, and so I have favorites, and I gave away not favorites. So cute. Soho Brick Mixed Media. I pulled this out because I want to use it. It's Stillman & Burns, and Stillman & Burn Novo series, and it's got this beautiful brown paper, and when you draw with acrylic marker on it, it's spicy, it's jumpy, and you know I love the brights. So for me, it's just play, and art to me, since we're in the art studio, I might as well talk about art. Art to me is play. It's discovery. Sketchbooks aren't supposed to be perfect. They're where you like test out, I wonder how this is gonna work on here. I wonder how this will work with this. It's curiosity and no judgment and not trying to be perfect. So for example, yesterday, I was having so much fun with my Mission. These are Mission watercolors, and these are the Stuart Semple, who has a great company. Of course, I'm forgetting the name of his company. He just is working with Liquitex, and I'm like so tempted, but I'm like, no, you're not buying anything. You are going to use what you have. But art is just playing and being curious and trying new things. So for example, I had just tested out some of the gold watercolors, and I did a block, and then I had a bronze Posca marker. And then I'm really trying to see, what I'm doing is I'm playing around to see, because I want to take these doobie characters bigger, what's the best way to go about it with the best materials. For example, when I draw them small, and this is detailed, sometimes I tell you guys things and I'm working it out, but I draw them in a special black liner. I have a few that I love. And then I will use alcohol markers, which don't cover the marker, or watercolors, which won't cover the marker and the marker won't bleed. I use permanent. But when you want to use acrylic or paint pens, you have to draw, then you fill in the colors, and then you have to do the outline again. So I was playing around to see if I should do it with pencil or if I do it with marker. I've been playing with that a lot and seeing how I'm going to go bigger with them, basically. What's going to be my method. This was me just swatching, and that's art. Like, that was just me playing with, these are, which one's this? Colored pencils. And I was just sharpening them and testing, no mind to what color went next to what. I was just grabbing and playing. And you can just do little squares, and it's so pleasing. You could add words to this. You don't have to add words to this. I will often, days ahead, there's tape around this one. So I used an artist tape to block this out. And then I was testing to see if I wanted these watercolors, which I had 2 sets of, so I gave one away. But this is a beautiful background for something, whether it's words, a poem, drawings. And for me, it's the joy of the feel of the material on the ground, which is what the ground's paper, or it's board, or it's the wall, or it's vellum, or so I just like the feel. I like to play with the colors and the feel, and I like to write words. This was a WTF day, and then I wrote everything that went wrong that day, down to where I thought my denim jacket was lifted by someone, but it turns out someone found it and I'm gonna get it. But it's a vintage Levi's jacket, and I just felt so And then I drew, this is our journal. Oh, I gotta go, hold on, Jada's calling. So, okay, that was my daughter. She's come for Thanksgiving. I'm so excited. Just do the thing that makes your space. I think the biggest thing I did today was reduce. I moved. I really thought about what would be the best for me. And it really was like a stroke of inspiration. I didn't think about it. It came to me, and then I was like, oh, I have to do that. I need to do that. And I did it, and I'm so happy. And what's a day? And it was physical activity, and I found things. I found things, Jada's old doll, and I have so many things to go through, and it's finally taking care of the things that have been neglected. Old bits and pieces of me, like the little teeny cutie things that I'm going to show you. We're going to have sessions about that. It feels so good in here, and I just feel like I can sit and draw and create. And over the next couple days, I'll finish, and then we're going to have art time. So thanks for hanging with me. This was a beast. This was a beast, but a good beast. And it turns out that spider, and I agree with Terry, was like such a good messenger. Like, I literally last night before I went to sleep thought I should move the things, and this morning I woke up and I was like, I've got to move the things, should I? And then I saw the spider, and that was startling. It had me stopped in my tracks for a half an hour. But then the message is like upgrade, like energetic upgrade. She sent me this whole list of hunter spider, or hunting. It's not a web weaver. It's just a big hairy spider that looked like it had shoes on. It was like a fancy furry. She didn't move when I went to, you guys saw, but it felt like the divine feminine, or my mom. Spiders represent the divine feminine, but it was like speed of lightning, advancement in energetic upgrades. And I feel like I'm on one. Like, I was literally on one today, like that saying, but I'm on an upgrade, and I'm returning to my artistic roots. I've always been an artist, and now I get to do it all the time. And I know my next project, whatever I'm going to do, is coming to me, but I'm creating the space. And so that little spider, that big spider, was a messenger. And imagine, like, I called a friend to come, and that wasn't happening. And they told me to smash it with a shoe. He did. And I was like, yeah, no, I won't be doing that. Like, what? No. And so there was no choice. So it makes sense that the moment I cupped it to capture it, it didn't move. It was like really leggy. And I ran it across the street in the rain to my neighbor's house. It's an Airbnb. Anyway, so happy coloring, happy clearing your space. Thanks for hanging out with me for this extravaganza, and there's more to come. There's more to come. So get your decluttering, designing, reducing, editing down on.